The raw force of industrial shredding is unlike anything else. Watching massive machines rip through solid materials, reducing them to fragments in seconds, is an experience that fuses adrenaline with awe. Every time the steel blades meet resistance, there's a jolt of excitement. The grinding sound, the sparks, the relentless forward motion, everything about it screams of sheer power. These chippers and shredders don't just cut, they annihilate. What seems immovable crumbles into pieces, leaving you breathless as the ultimate demolition begins before your eyes. For anyone who loves machinery, the spectacle of extreme crushing is both thrilling and hypnotic. What makes this even more fascinating is how practical it can be. Take old demolition wood, for instance. Instead of hauling massive beams to landfills or letting them rot in piles, these machines turn them into wood chips in an instant. Imagine entire house frames, once holding up generations of families, now passing through steel jaws and being shredded into fine, transportable matter. Waste disposal companies benefit enormously. Less volume means easier hauling, lower costs, and reduced pressure on landfills. The environmental impact is clear too. Wood, bulky and awkward, suddenly becomes manageable and reusable, fueling biomass energy or mulch production. What once would take up endless space now becomes useful, sustainable material, all thanks to the relentless efficiency of shredders. The same story extends to metals. Think about aluminum cans. Every household produces them, yet the recycling potential often goes underutilized. When shredded properly, these cans aren't just discarded waste. They transform into valuable casting material. The process is ingenious, especially in places like Florida, where refund incentives for cans don't exist. By crushing them into consistent, manageable shreds, recyclers create a foundation for casting projects, giving birth to new products from something people usually throw away. It's the first and perhaps most crucial step in a cycle of resourcefulness, turning everyday trash into raw material for innovation. The possibilities of what can be crafted from this recycled aluminum are endless, and each shredded can holds the potential for creative new projects waiting to be molded into reality. Shredders come in all shapes and purposes, and their power is measured not just by what they destroy, but how efficiently they handle it. Consider a mobile unit capable of tearing through 11 US tons of aluminum engines per hour. That kind of throughput is impressive. But even these beasts of machines reveal limitations. When confronted with steel, some choke, proving that true heavy-duty mixed scrapyards need something far stronger. It's a reminder that while specialization works wonders for certain streams, like aluminum recycling, versatility in industrial shredding demands immense horsepower. The technology is evolving, but every demonstration highlights both the power and the boundaries of these machines. Not all the excitement comes from shredding alone. Some machines bring game-changing innovations to demolition itself. Take the Viro Ripper, for example. Compared to a standard ripper, this piece of equipment can deliver up to 15% more power. On paper, that might sound like a modest upgrade, but in practice, the difference is staggering. Watching it smash through stubborn obstacles, ripping apart materials that would stall lesser machines, you can almost feel the increase in strength. For demolition crews, that additional boost changes the game entirely. What once required multiple passes now succumbs in one decisive strike. When time, energy, and safety are on the line, those margins matter. It's this kind of advancement that keeps the industry moving forward. Explosive technology has also taken a leap into the wireless era. The world's largest wireless blast demonstrated how far innovation can go in combining destruction with safety. Removing physical wires from blasting setups eliminates one of the major risks in mining environments, offering workers greater protection. It's a reminder that while the spectacle of demolition excites, the real-world stakes are about safety and efficiency. These technologies aren't just about crushing rocks or tearing through scrap. They're about making dangerous jobs safer while enhancing productivity. Logging operations are another field where heavy machinery shines. Professional loggers often face challenges with harvesters that underperform under pressure. That's where machines like the HSM 45H come into play. Stable, powerful, and built for the hardest conditions, this logging equipment redefines efficiency in the woods. But no machine operates in isolation. The role of loaders like the Kesla is vital in feeding chippers, ensuring that the flow of material never stops. Watching a skilled operator use such equipment is like witnessing a dance between power and precision. Every move minimizes downtime, maximizing throughput. It's not just about crushing wood, it's about orchestrating an entire system to operate seamlessly. Beyond logs and branches, entire vehicles face the crushing jaws of industrial shredders. Car shredders are designed to take massive, bulky automobiles and reduce them into small, manageable pieces. This makes transportation, storage, and further processing easier. Post-shredding hammer mills can further increase density and strip paint, refining the scrap for future use. This isn't limited to cars. It applies to a wide variety of metallic scrap. The transformation is astonishing. An object that once represented years of travel and memories becomes nothing more than compact scrap, ready to re-enter the industrial cycle. It's practical, efficient, and oddly emotional when you realize the stories behind what's being destroyed. Watching these processes has become its own form of entertainment. For many, there's something deeply satisfying about the crunching sounds, the steady breakdown of plastic or metal, and the systematic motion of machines. It's industrial ASMR, hypnotic, calming in a strange way. The destructive power of these machines paradoxically soothes, their repetitive strength turning chaos into order. Even when it's tough to watch, like seeing a beloved Toyota crushed into oblivion, it captures attention. Machines that carried families, endured road trips, and told stories of endurance meet their end beneath steel jaws. There's a sense of loss, almost like saying goodbye to an old friend, even as practicality justifies the act. What makes many of these machines remarkable is the engineering behind them. Consider the RSVZ 750 shredder with its unique T-blades. These aren't just aesthetic choices. They enable precise cuts while saving energy. Add to that the automatic reverse function that prevents shaft damage when confronted with resistant materials, and you see the marriage of smart design with raw power. Every feature has a purpose, protecting the machine and optimizing performance. It's technology and brute force blended into a single unit. Other shredders specialize in tackling difficult materials like films and foams, items notorious for jamming twin-shaft machines. The ZMK-40, for example, claims to prevent clogging where others fail. Innovations like this matter because waste comes in all forms, and efficiency depends on machines that can handle the trickiest streams without constant interruptions. In workshops, single-shaft shredders with relentless pusher mechanisms offer continuous throughput, clearing mountains of scraps from the floor and keeping operations clean. Watching them in action, forcing stubborn material onto rotors, you realize that efficiency isn't just about power, it's about persistence. The scale of operations can be staggering. Imagine city firewood, a place producing over 50,000 cubic meters annually. Behind the scenes, it's a symphony of machinery. Heavy lifters like the Senagan 730M and versatile loggers feed processors with precision. The Hockey Pilk 43 Pro brings speed, while multi-units provide raw power. Then come the Pelato units, TB900, TM1200, TLC1300, designed for volume. The process culminates with robot cleaners that polish the final product. It's an industrial ballet where every machine plays its part, turning raw logs into ready-to-use heat resources. The sight is mesmerizing. Sustainability executed at scale, power channeled into productivity. Crushers enter the scene when rocks are too big for standard machines. The McCloskey C50 jaw crusher, for instance, sometimes meets its match. That's when hydraulic rock breakers, like jackhammers on steroids, step in to split the stubborn boulders. Once cracked, the crusher reclaims dominance, grinding stone into usable material. Watching this sequence unfold feels like witnessing a battle where persistence and teamwork between machines ensure victory. Safety, however, remains a pressing issue. One close call, a pickup nearly flattened within seconds, highlights how dangerous these environments can be. Machinery doesn't forgive mistakes, and seconds can mean the difference between life and disaster. Certified arborists stress the same when handling tree removal. Wrestling with massive stumps without proper tools or expertise risks property and lives. Tools like the ransom shark tooth, however, make the job safer and more efficient. Watching it slice through stumps effortlessly is impressive, proof that American-made ingenuity can make hard labor manageable. Other shredders, like the AMX AMS 40150, deliver astonishing results with raw horsepower. At 100 horsepower, this beast slices through materials without hesitation. The question that lingers is always about cost effectiveness. Does such immense power pay off in the long run? For some, the answer is clear. Efficiency and time saved balance the initial investment. For others, careful consideration is needed. But one thing's undeniable: the power on display is jaw-dropping. Every demonstration leaves an impression. Some machines thrill with sheer crushing strength. Others impress with clever design or environmental impact. Many captivate with the hypnotic repetition of destruction, each crunch of metal or wood feeding into an endless cycle of industry. And for audiences, whether professionals seeking solutions or viewers chasing thrills, these machines represent more than steel and gears. They embody innovation, efficiency, and the raw spectacle of human engineering conquering material challenges. The journey doesn't end here. Every day, engineers push boundaries, creating machines that are stronger, smarter, and safer. From wireless blasts deep underground to chippers that turn waste into resources, the landscape of shredding and demolition evolves continuously. Each improvement represents not just technological progress, but a step towards sustainability, safety, and efficiency. The future promises even more breathtaking demonstrations, machines that will crush bigger, faster, and with more precision. And for those watching, the thrill of extreme action is far from over. So whether it's aluminum kits reborn as casting material, cars reduced to manageable scrap, or massive logs turned into fuel, the story is the same. Powerful machines redefining destruction as creation. Every shred, every crush, every demolition is part of a cycle where waste transforms into opportunity. It's a spectacle, yes, but also a reminder of what human ingenuity achieves when power meets purpose. The next time a crusher roars to life or a shredder tears through obstacles, take a moment to marvel. Behind the noise and the destruction lies innovation, sustainability, and the endless pursuit of efficiency. And as these machines continue to evolve, the world will keep watching, because nothing quite compares to the breathtaking power of extreme shredding.